What if the history books are wrong? What if the timeline of human civilization is not just incomplete, but a lie? We are told that early humans were simple hunter-gatherers, primitive, uneducated. But then, why do we keep finding things that don't belong? In 1936, a couple in Texas cracked open a rock that geologists confirmed was 400 million years old. Inside, they didn't find a fossil. They found a hammer, made of modern iron purity that we couldn't produce until the 19th century. In 1901, divers exploring a shipwreck found a computer, 2,000 years before computers were invented. And deep in the Libyan desert, scientists found miles of glass that can only be created by a nuclear explosion, dated thousands of years ago. Are these just coincidences? Or is there a lost chapter of human history that has been forgotten? From maps that show Antarctica without ice to batteries found in ancient ruins. These are the artifacts that science refuses to explain. These are the 7 ancient discoveries that should not exist. Number 7. The Time Machine of Antikythera. In 1901, Greek sponge divers were exploring a shipwreck off the coast of Antikythera Island. Amidst the marble statues and gold coins, they found something that looked like trash. It was a lump of corroded bronze and wood. They almost threw it back into the sea. But then, an archaeologist noticed something terrifying. Embedded in the rust was a gear. It became known as the Antikythera mechanism. For decades, scientists thought it was a clock from the Middle Ages that had fallen into the wreck by accident. But carbon dating proved them wrong. This device was from 150 BC. When they X-rayed it, they found 30 intricate bronze gears used to track the movement of the sun, moon, and planets. It could predict eclipses decades in advance. Here is the problem. This level of technology did not appear in Europe again for another 1,500 years. It is like finding a jet engine in the tomb of Tutankhamun. Who built it? And more importantly, where did the knowledge go? Number 6. The Battery of Babylon. In 1938, a German archaeologist named Wilhelm Koenig made a shocking discovery in the basement of the National Museum of Iraq. He found a collection of yellow clay jars dating back to the Parthian Empire, around 250 BC. At first glance, they looked like ordinary storage pots. But inside, Koenig found something strange. A copper cylinder. And inside that cylinder, an iron rod. The top of the jar was sealed with asphalt, like a plug. Koenig realized this wasn't for storing grain. It was a galvanic cell. When scientists built replicas and filled them with grape juice or vinegar, the jars produced 1.1 volts of electricity. Think about that. Electricity. 2,000 years before Benjamin Franklin. Skeptics say they were just used for electroplating gold onto silver statues. But others suggest a darker purpose. Were they used by ancient priests to create magical light inside dark temples? Or perhaps for healing rituals? To this day, the Baghdad batteries remain the only evidence of electricity in the ancient world. Number 5. A Map of the Impossible. In 1929, historians were cleaning the shelves of the Topkapi Palace in Istanbul and they found a map drawn on gazelle skin. It was dated 1513 and signed by the Turkish admiral Piri Reis. The map is stunningly accurate. It shows the coast of Brazil and Africa in perfect detail. But that's not the scary part. If you look at the bottom of the map, you see a landmass connected to South America. It is clearly the coast of Antarctica. But here is the problem. Antarctica wasn't discovered until 1820, 300 years after this map was drawn. Even stranger, the map shows the coastline of Antarctica without ice. Geological evidence proves that Queen Maud Land was last free of ice around 4000 BC. How did a Turkish admiral in 1513 have access to source maps that were at least 6,000 years old? Who mapped the world before the Ice Age? Number 4. The artifact out of time. In June 1936, Max and Emma Hahn were hiking along Red Creek in London, Texas. They spotted a piece of loose rock with a piece of wood sticking out of it. Curious, they broke the rock open. Inside, they found a hammer. The wood handle had petrified, turned into coal. The iron head was fused into the surrounding limestone. When geologists analyzed the rock formation, they confirmed it was from the Cretaceous period. That rock is 140 million years old. Humans have only existed for about 200,000 years. So who dropped a hammer 140 million years ago? Even stranger, the iron head is made of 96% pure iron. It has no rust and contains chemical compounds like chlorine that are not used in modern steelmaking. Is it a hoax? Or is it proof that civilization is millions of years older than we think? Number 3. The book that no one can read. In 1912, a book dealer named Wilfrid Voynich found a mysterious medieval manuscript in Italy. It is 240 pages long, written on vellum, and dated to the early 15th century. But here is the problem. It is written in a language that does not exist. For 100 years, the world's best codebreakers, including the team that cracked the Nazi Enigma code in World War II, have tried to decipher it. They all failed. The book is filled with drawings of plants that do not exist on Earth. It has detailed charts of zodiac signs and constellations that don't match our sky. Some say it's a hoax, but statistical analysis proves the handwriting has a consistent grammar and structure. It is a real language, but is it from a lost civilization? Or is it, as some theorists suggest, a field guide from another world? Number 2. The smoking gun of history. For centuries, we were taught that civilization began in Mesopotamia around 4000 BC. We were told that, before that, humans were just simple hunter-gatherers who couldn't build anything larger than a hut. Then, in 1994, a shepherd in Turkey found a carved stone sticking out of the ground. What archaeologists found underneath changed everything. It was Gobekli Tepe, a massive temple complex made of 20-ton stone pillars, perfectly arranged in circles. Carbon dating revealed it was built 12,000 years ago. That is 6,000 years older than Stonehenge, 7,000 years older than the pyramids. Who built this? And even scarier, why did they bury it? The entire site wasn't destroyed. It was deliberately covered with sand, as if to hide it or protect it from something. And finally, number 1, the glass of death. In the Libyan desert, there is a stretch of sand covered in yellow-green glass. Scientists say this glass can only form when sand is heated to 3,000 degrees Celsius instantly. For years, they said it was a meteorite, but there is no impact crater. Then, we look at the ancient ruins of Mohenjo-Daro in Pakistan. In the 1920s, archaeologists found skeletons lying face down in the street, holding hands as if struck by sudden death. When they tested the bones, they found radiation levels 50 times higher than normal. And in the ancient Indian text, the Mahabharata, it describes a weapon that produced a brightness of 10,000 suns and reduced the city to ashes. Did humanity destroy itself once before? And are we about to make the same mistake again? Which of these discoveries do you think is the most terrifying? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe for more dark history.